But I was talking with my friend, author Stephen Walton, and my other friend, Final Death Star, and they were talking about this article about Obi-Wan, the Obi-Wan Disney Plus show, and the possibility that perhaps, just maybe, Hayden Christensen might be in the show. All right, we're going to get him out of here because Hayden Christensen, despite rumors, is not a blonde woman. He's not. He's not a blonde woman. He hates sand. He's not a blonde woman. This thing kind of got my brain firing. Like the way that they set this up is like, Hayden Christensen, he's like in talks, and like Obi-Wan's on fucking Tatooine, and Hayden Christensen's there, and maybe he's facing nightmares. Maybe he's having a hard time dealing with the demise of Anakin. And you have to assume that, geez, I don't know, you guys. Like, there's a couple ways that they could handle an Obi-Wan show well. And I want to say that they should do it like kind of in the way that they did. Oh, I don't know. True Detective, where like each season is its own story, but each season, as opposed to True Detective, one season tells one story, and it ages Obi-Wan in a specific way. But that's not to say that each season cannot take place on different points in Obi-Wan's timeline. Nor is it one of those things where Obi-Wan is the main focus of the screen. It's just like characters adjacent to him, or characters who affect his circumstance on Tatooine without him ever realizing it. There's also that instance where he should save Luke Skywalker from threats that he doesn't even realize are there. Maybe the Lars family owes somebody money, and they're going to come and kidnap Luke. Obi-Wan's like, fuck no. You don't even see him. He's just like a phantom in the dark. But Hayden Christensen, okay? Hayden motherfucking Christensen. What is the best use of him? Okay? I know how I would use him. Greetings, Tommy. The hardest working mod in the Phantom Menace. Easily mod to 975,000 channels. That's how rapidly guinea pigs reproduce. Tommy, good to see you again, sir. We are talking currently about the possibility of Hayden Christensen returning to the Obi-Wan Kenobi series in development by the Disney Plus show. Okay, now I think 90% of people reading this Screen Rant article by Chris Adar 7 hours ago is thinking that it's going to be something kind of like this. Like, you know, Obi-Wan's having a flashback thing. He's having PTSD. He's having some sort of, oh my God, Anakin's fallen to the deep black pits of the dark side. And, if only I was there for him, or if only I realized like him and Padme were doing the force assisted, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I would be open to something like that, but what I would really like to see is something like this. I want to see Hayden Christensen as the quadriplegic, cybernetically enhanced horror victim inside the fucking Bacta tank. Just like we saw in Rogue One. Now we saw some fucking body double that was not Hayden Christensen. But Hayden Christensen, and we're talking like 20 years after the fact. This is a motherfucker who has had time to think about the role, had time to see other interpretations, had time to see comic books, read pulp paperback books, and come up with his own interpretation of this motherfucker. I tried to come up with an image that had yellow Sith eyes, but I couldn't. This is the best I could find that wasn't another YouTube thumbnail. But could you imagine this? Could you imagine? And I'm not saying like this is some sort of like, you know, like at the end of Empire when it's like, Luke, come with me. And Luke's like, Father. I don't think that Ben and, by this point it would be Ben and Vader would have this sort of connection. I think that Ben is concealing himself in the light side, and Anakin Vader is so immersed in the dark side that the possibility of communication is not. What I would like to see is something like some way that Vader could touch the Obi-Wan story without disturbing the events between Rogue One, the Maul, Obi-Wan meeting in Rebels, and Episode 4. You know, maybe Vader feels something in the Force. I don't know. That's up to the writers to decide. If I was on the writing table, I would throw that idea out. I would slap it down on the table like the big dick that it should be, and hope that the table of women that Kathleen Kennedy hired was on a different project. And I was talking to Jon Favreau and David Filoni. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.